For a while I've had the reputation as the subway guy because I made the subway song, but to be honest, and I feel a little guilty admitting this, I've been taking buses a lot more often in the past few years. I still like the subway system, but buses are really convenient when you gotta go to a very direct location. Plus, regardless of how close you live to a subway station, you probably live closer to at least 3 different bus stops. But as long as I've been here, I've heard confusion about whether or not you have to swipe your card when you're exiting a bus. People in Seoul generally do it, but the question is it really necessary, or are they just doing it out of habit? Well, I finally have the definitive answer, and here's all the information. If you are riding a single inner-city Seoul bus and you do not intend to transfer to another bus, you do not have to swipe out. A single bus ride, no matter the destination, costs the same basic flat fee, 1,050 won, or 1,050 won. This does not apply for buses going outside of Seoul because those can charge by the distance. Therefore, if you're riding one bus, you do not have to swipe out. If you do swipe out, nothing will happen. If you are riding an inner-city Seoul bus with the intention to transfer to a second inner-city Seoul bus, you need to swipe out of the first bus in order to get a free transfer. If you do not swipe out of the first bus, you will pay the same flat rate a second time for the second bus. In that case, you can ride both buses as far or as long as you want, but you're still paying for 2 rides. If you're riding an inner-city Seoul bus, swipe your card to exit and transfer to a second bus, you need to swipe out of the second bus when you leave. You will be paying the basic flat rate for the first ride and a small amount for the second ride based on the distance you have traveled, with an upper limit of 500 won or 500 won. That's right, the second ride is charged by distance, whereas the first ride is a flat fee regardless of how far you go. If you do not swipe out of the second bus, you will be charged double the same base flat rate upon the next time you ride any bus. If you ride an inner-city Seoul bus, transfer to a second inner-city Seoul bus, and transfer to a third inner-city Seoul bus, and swipe your card out at the end of the third bus ride, you will be charged for the base rate for the first bus, a small distance based on how far you traveled on the second bus, and a small amount based on how far you traveled on the third bus. You will be charged for any distance traveled on any bus past the first bus. As you may know, the fare for the subway is based on distance. You pay the same flat rate for entering the subway, and based on how far you travel, you pay an additional fee. If you ride an inner-city Seoul bus and then transfer to the subway, you will pay the base rate for the bus and an additional fee based on your distance traveled on the subway. If you ride the subway and then transfer to an inner-city Seoul bus, you will pay the base rate for the subway plus the distance traveled on the subway plus the distance traveled on the bus. The only time you can get away with not swiping out is if you're taking a single inner-city Seoul bus ride. If you fail to swipe out of anything past the first bus ride, you will be charged double that base fee the next time you ride the transportation. So basically, it is a good habit to swipe in and swipe out at every opportunity. You have nothing to lose and only free transfers and avoiding penalties to gain. Be smart, ride smart, whatever.